It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Against the Grain Brewery. There's the bottle cap, and it's a bottle of their Sexy Saxon. It's an Imperial Berliner Weiss style ale brewed in apple brandy barrels, and yeah, there's a bit of my favourite going on there. Bit of side boob. Yeah! Right, without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. Brandy apple barrels it's been aged in. I like a Berliner Weiss. But listen to that hiss. Lovely looking beer. Good levels of carbonation, slightly hazy looking beer, straw coloured, very nice, yeah, very nice looking beer. They're based out of Tennessee in America. The beer is available from beersofeurope.co.uk, largest online beer store in the UK with a fabulous range of beers from all around the world. If you like your beer, if you live in the UK, check out the description box of this video, beersofeurope.co.uk. On with the beer review. Let's get the aroma. Now I'm going to be very, very honest here. I've just reviewed All Funked Up. I sometimes do my reviews in batches where I stick them all together and do a few at a time. So that was a 4.5% Basque Salts aged sour beer. But it was aged in the same brandy apple barrels, and you get that very similar aroma. But of course, different styles of beer. Berliner Weiss is a very different style of beer to the sour kind of salty beer. A goes maybe. So for me, this is an Imperial style Berliner Weiss of 5% ABV in a 500ml bottle. It should be a little bit more sour, I would say. Let's dive in. Cheers. Or maybe not. There is a little bit of sourness in there, but it's very similar. It's a very, very similar beer. In fact, it's that similar. I'll talk about it initially. So yeah, you get the apple. I think it's a little bit more kind of like candied sugar. Again, a little bit more of the malt here in this style of beer, in this particular beer. There's some tartness, there's some fruitiness from the apple. There's some woodiness coming through from the barrel. It's a very, very similar beer. Let me get the beer. I've waited a long time to try some of these Against the Grain beers, and it's one of those cases where 4 turns up at once. So I thought I'd do these beers back to back because they're very similar, and I wanted to see if there was a variation. Let me get it. So this is the All Funked Up, which we just recently, well, 10 minutes ago, reviewed. I'm going to make sure I don't mix up the glasses. So that's All Funked Up, and that's the Sexy Saxon. So yeah, there is a difference. There is a difference. That's definitely cloudier and maybe a little bit lighter. And that's what I was talking about with the malt. Put that over there. I was talking about the malt in this. It's a little bit more kind of sweeter, breadier, with a little bit of kind of Belgian candied sugar going on. A lovely, refreshing beer. Loving that kind of sweet apple flavour coming through. Brandy, woodiness. Drinkability, absolutely fantastic drinkability. This would go really well with some chicken, some wings or something like that thrown on the barbecue. Yeah. Have you heard this one? Sure you have, but have you truly felt the sax appeal? This Imperial Berliner Weiss is a weapon of mass seduction, wooing your thirst for something refreshingly tart but unexpectedly big. With the help of our sexual friends at the Avery and Rhine Hall, we aged this sensual liquid in apple brandy barrels for a little extra sex appeal. Rub it the right way and the jazz will come out. Yeah, I'd rub that the right way. Yeah, absolutely. I like that kind of big bottomed, side boobed. Yeah. I rub all over that. Rating. I mean, I went into, if you want to see a little bit more in detail review of this style of beer, because they've basically used the same barrels, and they've made a base beer of a Berliner Weiss, and they've made a base beer of a Goes, and then they've just thrown them in these barrels, or they've reused the barrels for the beers. So they're quite similar. So if you want to see a little bit more of an in-depth review of this brandy apple aged beer, then maybe have a look at All Funked Up on the channel. Or if I've posted it the wrong way round, then maybe wait a day or two and it'll show up. Rating, Sexy Saxon. I like it enough to give it, it's a very similar rating. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Pardon me. Boom. Cheers.